Alright guys, welcome back to Just Carve Rob. And are we ready for this to get over with? Part 4 of the gnome girl. Yep, part 4, here we go. Hey, I was flipping through YouTube today and I found a guy, carver, he's a whittler, Eric Owens. Does some pretty good carving, does some pretty good whittling, doing little Indian guys. Yeah, so go check out Eric Owen and check out what he's doing. Okay, so I got this here U-gouge, tiny U-gouge, and we're going to put some hair in this girl. Okay, you can do this with a knife too, guys. Or you can do it with your Dremel. Or your microcarver. Whatever you happen to have, you can use to get her done. So let's go ahead and just, we'll just take this U-gouge here and put some hair in. And you don't have to put a lot of hair in. You can just do it to, show the illusion of hair, right? Push it up under that hat. That gouge is a little bit big, but we can go back through it with a V-gouge, a V tool. Cut some extra fine hairs in there. Okay. So that's what we're going to do there. Just putting some hair in her head. You don't even got to do this. If you don't want to, you can just paint it. You know? You don't have to cut the hair in. If you don't want to cut the hair in, just paint it in. Paint it on. I did that on a little guy gnome that I just did here not that long ago. Found a home with Tom. He did, the little guy did. Down in Kentucky, I believe, is where he is living now, the little gnome guy. So, you can put hair in, not put hair in. Paint it. What I did to give it the illusion of hair on the little gnome guy is I just used a couple different shades of paint because I made the gnome guy middle-aged. So he had that salt and pepper thing going, you know. Had some white going with his brown. Oop, I almost got myself. Did you guys see that? I almost got myself. Yeah, I think this would have been easier with a Dremel. Because as I get to these edges, it gets a little harder. I want to skip out on me. So, yep. That's all we're going to do. Is just go around through here and cut some little triangles out of the hair. Just so it's not all nice and even down at the bottom. We can use this micro carver. And we have, where is he? I don't know if that's the big one or the small one. Nope, that's a small one. I think I got two of them. I got a big one and a small one. Especially just for hair too. Crab apples. I don't know where the bigger one is. I'm sure it's in that block somewhere. I'm sure it is, but you guys are like, you're wasting my time, Rob. You're wasting my time. Let's go. All right. Oh, there he is. I see it. It's hiding. Hiding back there. All right. Here it is. You can get these at Mountain Wood Carvers. It's called a knife. It's called a knife hair cutter. Okay? So you just take this little guy here. And you can just run around through there. So that's what I mainly wanted it for, was to get down here at the bottom. Because I was having problems with the gouge. Just wanting to chip that right off. So it's okay, because with the gouge being as deep as it is, it gives us that multi-layer thing going, right? We gotta watch our hat so we don't nick into our hat. Watch our face so we don't nick into our face. Okay? So we're going to try keeping part 4 as short and brief as we can. I wonder if this would be good for cleaning up around the hat. Oh yeah, look at that. Get right up underneath there and undercut that hat. Awesome. Look at that. Get right up underneath that hat there. You gotta watch the front, because we got hair sticking out of the hat up front here. There we go. I like it. And this don't gotta be perfect, because we're gonna come back with the wood burner and burn up underneath there anywho. Alright, turn that guy off. And let's see, 1 3/8 OCC knife. Should just get my little V tool out and just V tool this. That'll make the process a little quicker. Make it a little quicker. Okay, we got this Flex Cut Micro Gouge. And this is a V gouge. So it's going to leave the nice thin lines, and we can push right up to the hat with it, right? Like that. Yep. And we'll be able to get up around the... I know Ben Studio on Lake don't like V-tools, but they do have their usefulness. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I wouldn't say run out and buy a V-tool, but yeah, run out and buy a V-tool. But that's up to you whether you gotta gauge how much you use a V-tool. Because I know most of you guys are power carvers, so you're probably relieved to see a little power carving going on there with the micro carver, right? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here. When we get up around this face, I want to push the hair because it's kind of sweeping down, and we're going cross grain with it. So we'll just get up in there and do make a couple little sweeps that way. Then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just push a couple little sweeps. This is just a little tiny carving here, guys, so I wouldn't get all that with it. You know what I'm saying? Get that chip out of there. There's a chip right there. Come on. Come on. Come on, you little fuzzy bugger. There you go. Alright, so there's the hair. Let's see, we'll get her down this way. We got most of it with the micro carver. We'll just add a couple extra strands. There. I think our oh, we took it off. I think our flapper doobie, our little flap sander, will clean all that up. I don't even know what I did with it. What did you do with the flap sander, Rob? Oh, I don't know. We'll find it though. It's got to be laying around here someplace. Usually I throw it in the back there. Right next to, usually throw it over there by Stuntworm. Usually put it by the Stuntworm. Hello, Rob. Hello, Stuntworm. What are you doing other than knocking girls over? I'm sorry, lady. Aw, ain't that cute? Oh, I'm going to be in so trouble with Wilma Worm. I better get out of here. Alright, so he's out of there. There it is. Found the flap sander. Right there. Right there. Of course, now we got to take, because I changed everything out on my Dremels for this video. So now I got to change everything back and put our flap sander in there. We're using Dremel 4000, by the way. Dremel 4000 with a flex shaft. Alright. Lock that up there. Alright, so before we do any of the flap sanding, why don't we go ahead and go through here and look at that. Always miss something, right? We got to give her some hair, give her some strands of hair up here in the front, up in the front here. I usually like to put my other thumb when I'm using gouges like this. I like to keep my thumbs together so I got more control. But I'm just using my two fingers in the back to do a little pushing here, so it's still under control. I hope, kind of under control. Do that there. All right. Maybe I'll put the take the sandpaper off and put the Scotch-Brite on. Scotch. But you guys don't have to watch that. Alright, she's almost done. Alright, so yeah, I think that hair is good enough. You might want to take that hat down a little bit more. Put them guys back up there out of the way. Let's go ahead and trim this hat up a little bit. Don't be afraid to set your carving down, guys, and take a look at it, a second look. Otherwise, you don't want to be going into paint and say, oh man, I missed that. For some reason, this side, it's not because the grain's going the wrong way. There's like a really weird thing going on there with the grain of the wood. It just wants to rip. See, I can go right through there, but there's a section from here to there that just wants to, and it's been that way from the time we started this carving. You probably heard me complain about that one little spot right there. And we'll say thanks to Ben over at Studio on the Lake. He's the one that sent us this basswood. Appreciate it, Ben. Been trying to Can't believe how long this girl's taken. Been trying to get her done. But, you know, the other ones took a decent amount of time too, but they always seem to go quicker when you're not filming. I don't know. Which one do you guys like the better of? I mean, they're all pretty homely looking girls. Alright, so let's turn on our wood burner. We're using the razor tip set at 8. Let's see what 8 gets us. Alright, there. I got a fan on behind me, so don't yell at me for not using the evacuation system. And we're gonna, on these hands here, we're gonna angle our tool here so that we're undercutting. Right? We're undercutting, so now you can see there's undercut there. You can see the hands in the pocket, I think. Can you guys see that? Okay, and then we're going to come down from off the shoulder here. Like that there. We should carve one of these in a bigger, you know, something. Put some of that big wood Ben sent us to work. We should carve one of these about, I don't know, 15 inches tall. Maybe just the girl, not a gnome. Or maybe a gnome. A gnome girl, about 15 inches tall. Just for giggles. Break out that new chainsaw. Have to come back and clean that up a little bit right there. We had burner made touchdown. Get up in here and get any fuzzies back there by that hair. Now you can see we're undercutting the hair. I got to keep in mind not to keep moving this girl around here. I'll get you guys out of frame. So we're coming down underneath the under the hair like this here. We're trying to leave ourselves enough distance so we're not touching the rest of her. Get up in there. Wood burners work awesome for undercutting, guys. And getting rid of them doggone fuzzies. Okay. So let's go ahead and try getting up under that hat. Push that hat up a little bit there. Not too worried about burning the hair towards the top. All that's going to do is add shading when I paint her. It's just going to add shading when we paint her. So we're not too worried about that. Okay, now I'm going to undercut her hair because there is a ton of little fuzzies in there. It's hard not to touch her face. As long as we don't touch it down here by her By the chin, we're all right. There. And that'll get rid of all those fuzzies down in there. Like that. Alright. She's done, right? We got everything burned in that we wanted to get burned in. I think so. Yep. Okay, let's sign her. Let's see. I'm trying a new signature. I don't know how good it's going to be. Like that. And then we can put in the year. '20. 21. Alright, so there it is. There she is, guys. All done, ready for paint. Well, first we're going to do a little sanding on her. Then she'll be ready for paint. Look at that, skipped right by there. I got two tied up and doing the hair coming down. I guess we might as well poke around this side here. That there. So yeah, if you happen to be perusing YouTube, go over and check out Eric Owens. Of course, check out Bap at I Can Carve and Jordy at Carving Fusion, and Ben Studio on the Lake, Cleve at Cleve's Backyard Woodworking, Kevin over at Sticks and Stone Carving, and don't forget about Uncle Kevin. I believe his channel is called Uncle Kevin. I don't know if it's Uncle Kevin Carves or if it's just Uncle Kevin. And Ryan Cook. You see that big raven he made for that school? Wow. That was something else. I seen Uncle Kevin was there giving him a hand. Don't forget to check out Evil Rick. Mark D. Maker. Check him out too. Mark D. Maker. And I'll put a link down there at the bottom. And don't forget the godfather of Flat Plains Carving, Gene Messer. And Stinnett Sticks, Mike Stinnett. Guy's a wild man. Heck of an artist. Some of the stuff he makes, I could only dream about making. The guy is really something else. And we might as well go ahead and put some hair separations across the bottom too. Just makes it that much harder for me to paint. Alright, and there she is. So, that's it, guys. Share, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Be awesome. Carve something awesome. Take care. Stay safe. I hope you're all doing well. And we will catch you on the next one. Alright? Alright. Alright, Spike? Alright. We'll catch you on the next one there, Anna, Claire, Luann, Lawrence. Tom, Michael, all you guys, I appreciate your support. And I will leave a link in the description below for Kutzall and for Buy Me Coffee. And thank you to you guys that bought me coffee this week. All right? All right. Bye-bye.